which is a great thing.
It's good because you've got people actually doing the research into it. They're not just like blatantly, well, I heard it on the news.
Repeating someone else what someone else told them to say. Yes.
So I think that, I'm not going to say that everything that they put out there doesn't have some kind of truth in it. I don't believe 100% that, I feel like a lot of the times what they're broadcasting on is just to distract us from what's really going on.
So what do you study?
I'm double majoring in physics and psychology with a minor in music theory.
And how do you look upon this whole political situation that we've been in now? How do you see your peers and how you look upon it?
Well, I know that a lot of people, some people are like, oh, I'll vote for Hillary because she's a woman, just got done having the first black president, so why not have the first woman president?
Wow.
Well, my thing is, I'm not going to vote just based on what you look like, the color of your skin. I'm going to vote for you based on, what you're going to do for this country and, what you're going to do for the greater good and for the people. But, I don't know, Hillary's got her nose too much in the Iran situation. And I like Bernie Sanders because of his, views on college, the betterment of society, but again, his ties with Iran are just too strong, and I'm just like, we airlifted.
How did you feel about his betrayal?
I don't know, it kind of shocked me a little bit, but then I was just kind of like...
It shocked me. I knew it was going to happen. I've studied this all my life.
I'm backing Hillary 100% kind of stand now. I just don't
As I say,
how I feel about it.
I've been in politics most of my life. I studied. I'm a political animal most of it. And I knew he was going to betray you.
Well, that's what I thought.
But I was shocked at
how he did
the measure of the betrayal.
Which sucks because if the government's corrupt, then our police force and, our civil servants are corrupt as well. So,
and not all of them.
Not all of them.
The ones that, all you have to do is get them in the right positions.
Yeah.
And then you can reach a glass ceiling, you'd be real good, but you never get to the top. That's where we are now. So this was supposed to be Bush against him. But, what happened? In comes a guy who has his own money.
Yep.
And went, hey.
What? He's a military, not military, but he's a businessman by trade. I don't agree with everything that
I don't agree with a lot of what he does. But he's not Hillary Clinton.
No, and the thing is, Hillary's ties to the government in it is she was, first lady.
But see, back in the day, normally a hint of scandal would ruin your political career forever.
She's got
this woman's surrounded by
her giving national secrets to other countries, and yet she's still in the running.
I just tried to show this. This was an article that was in the Washington Times just a week ago, and it says corruption in plain sight. And it shows the collusion between the FBI, the Justice Department, Hillary Clinton.
Not prosecute Hillary Clinton. The director of the FBI is in on it too. How are we supposed to survive in this free world if our every move is scrutinized and
when the ones that we count on to keep the law, when tyranny becomes law, resistance becomes duty.
Yes. I saw this picture. It was like when the government can no longer govern itself, it's time for the common man to step up and take charge. I know somewhere in the freaking Constitution it says when the government stops doing what the government is in place.
It's our duty to come in and step in.
Yes.
It's our duty to do that.
Yep. Not united at all. It's United States of America, but yet they use the media and social media to throw out their little tidbits.
And now no one believes them anymore.
Color and race and sexual orientation. It doesn't matter. We're all human beings. We all bleed the same. Why is it?
Yeah. Because they want us to keep us fighting. They have to keep us fighting.
Exactly. They want us to be divided because once we're united, we'll stand up. I saw this picture on Facebook, and it was people leaning over, and they had a game board on the back, and then it had head politicians, and it said if you could only stand up, the game is ours. That's all we have to do is stand up and
Did I give you some hope?
What?
Did I give you some hope?
Yes. Yes.
A lot of people are just going to walk by because you're going to get a lot of apathy. You see it with the people you know. They'd rather play Pokemon than, even to get involved in conversations like this. It's easier to...
It's so much easier just to stay by yourself. And, people say that I'm getting out there and meeting new people and stuff like that. That's all well and great, but when
That
we
doesn't
have
mean...
actual
It doesn't mean
problems,
anything when the lights go out.
right?
When the electricity goes on, all that turns
and we
into...
need
All your
leaders.
Facebook friends, they ain't going to be there.
Yep.
Yeah, they ain't it. You need friends that you can go talk to.
Yep. The thing is, I guess in this day and age, we think that the end isn't going to happen. It's not going to.
Everything
the end
comes
is
to an
near.
end.
The end is very near. And if we
Everything.
don't wake up and realize that either we're going to spend the last 3 years that we
Now,
have...
how lonely do you feel in college? Do you have another... How many of you are walking around the campus?
There's only a few. I've only met probably 2 people at my school that I could actually have a conversation with that we'll get into it. And it's learned. I learned something from it. It's not just mind numbing.
Yeah. Like, not, again, regurgitating stupid talking points,
Yep.
actually exploring.
Oh my God, look at my hair.
Yeah.
This new pair of shoes.
Well, back to the good news.
Yep.
All right. It's never been a majority. It's always been a small group of dedicated people that have changed the course of history. When we fought the American Revolution, 3% of this populace beat the British Empire. The majority of the people just sat on the sidelines going, whatever. And I pretty much...
I mean, the thing is, in history, throughout history, you see that happens a lot. That, the majority just turns a blind eye to it. The Holocaust. A whole nation backed one guy. I think that's a big issue that we have in this society. Too many people are open about I don't want to say stupid stuff, but the cosmetics of society.
Political correctness is putting the brakes on, right? Well, screw political correctness.
They don't speak out against the actual...
You have to challenge it. If they come up and... Now, someone told me earlier today that there was a college up in, I think, Michigan, somewhere, that has actually said that the phrase political correctness can no longer be used because they consider it racist.
Really?
Now,
my big thing is, racism isn't... It's not genetic. You're not born racist. You are taught to be racist. In the society, your friends, your family, colors, mixing and mingling and playing and eating.
Now, there are cultures.
There
are cultures that do not play.
Yes.
You have to be aware of that.
Yes.
I mean, that's what this whole thing about the open borders is.
That's the whole, my culture and my beliefs and, what I believe in is different from you. And I don't want to intrude on what you're doing, It's not, I don't like you, it's just we don't see eye to eye. It's not, we have to end the world because of it.
Drudge called the internet ghetto.
Yep.
In other words, Pokemon, Facebook, Twitter, where you, again, are just obsessing about self.
Well, that's the thing, we're so self-absorbed. We still
It's about the control.
We still have third world countries.
And on top of that, we're giving up our own personal information to the very people that would enslave us with that.
Right, the thing is, Pokemon Go, the government has been trying to weaponize Pokemon for centuries, years, decades. What was it, 30 years ago, I think, they did an episode in Japan,
and the people...
800 kids had seizures because of it. So the military decided to take that and use radioactive waves in TVs to somehow get you to convulse, Why we're willingly, unknowingly paying to let the government spy on us. And Google can go around and map the streets and, buildings, but they can't go inside. We're doing that for them. We are the cause of our own end. We are, the only reason it's going to end.
Huxley said it. We will get them to love their enslaved.
Yes. We are prisoners of our own mind because...
We're forging the change upon ourselves just by walking around with iPhones.
Yep. Friggin' things that like are proven to give like radioactive waves off. You know, there's the microchip.
I had a young lady about your age one time ask me, she goes, I hear they're going to go ahead and shoot us with microchips. I said, why do they do that? You got something you're holding in your hands right now. It's giving them more information than any microchip could. And you paid $600 for it.
Everything that you look up, every text message, every phone call, every picture, every private moment that you have is not...
Trump, I love Trump with this. He says, you know, what about all these emails, electronics, you know, and all this stuff? He goes, man, I just have to assume this. Anything that is on the electronics can be hacked.
Yep.
I'm just assuming that from the get-go. So he still uses the old-fashioned briefcase attached to the guy's wrist, you know, with the papers or whatever it is. You know.
I feel like that's what we need. We've gotten so far away from our roots, away from the original idea of America.
How you doing, Army?
All right, sir.
Are we getting ready to lock and load all over again?
We're trying not to.
I know. Well, I'm looking at it this way. There are 4 boxes you fight a revolution out of, right? There's the election box, you know, the voting box. You got the jury box. You got the soap box. You got the ammunition box.
Yeah.
Try to use the first 3 to stay away from 4. Well, let me ask you this. You think this will happen?
Oh, without doubt.
You think Clinton's going to try and steal this thing from Trump the way she stole it from Sam?
Oh, 100%.
You think so?
Oh, yeah. You know what's funny though? So I'm a registered conservative, but now I'm hearing a lot of talk that Trump is doing this on purpose to help Clinton win, and I'm like, you know, like one of those. I got it. Yeah. It's just so
it's gotten surreal.
Oh, it's been
the
crazy.
media's gotten to laughable, to unbelievable, to criminally insane.
Oh, I agree 100%.
I mean, they're coming out with stories now that you go in the comment section, right? I love it because that's where you get more news in the comment section. You get from these stupid articles.
No, you're
right,
100%
right?
correct.
And like there was one this morning that was so earth-shattering, stupid. That the first, wrote my comment, and the first time when I saw into that, the reconnect, pretty much mirrored what I said. That these guys just completely on insane now. You know, how can they even come up with making up headlines and stories now out of the blue? And then Obama coming out the other day. I love this one. What conspiracy? What election fraud? It's a conspiracy theory. What is he, crazy? Like, we all forgot the 2000 election. The 2004, the 2008, the 2012. We've got all of that election fraud, the thousands of cases that were exposed.
No, it's sad. It's sad.
And he's coming up treating us like we're all goobers. Saying, you know.
Well, they're trying to erase things from history. You know, if they don't highlight it, then it never happened. And if they take it out of our, our books, our history books, then,
we want the
stomp it
Pokemon
out.
generation.
It won't.
So a lot of people don't notice. I've been in the Army for like 25 years, and 2 years ago they cut our pay.
Yep.
And I'm like, all of a sudden I get an email, and I'm like, what? $450 a month you took away.
Yeah.
That's great. And then
you risk your
oh,
life.
that's okay. That's
You
okay.
crazy.
I want you to think of all the nice illegal aliens your money's going to.
Oh, I know. Because I watched the welfare expand. I watched everything. I'm like, that don't make sense.
So you shouldn't feel bad. You're your humanitarian spirit. What you pledge to the Constitution. You got to know that we got to extend that. Oh my God, even to the ISIS that are coming over. You know, if we just love them, they're gonna love us.
But look how it bothers me. So out of everything in the world that they cut, when you cut the military, we can't go on strike.
Yeah.
I cannot voice my opinion.
No.
I cannot say something as myself, as a voter, an American citizen. I can't. But all the other things that you cut, there is riots. There will be, protests, and I'm like, and when, how I'm mad? I'm mad at the generals. I'm mad at the Republicans. I'm mad at the Democrats because nobody stood up and said, hey, we need to protect these soldiers. Nobody.
Trump said it.
Yeah.
Trump said it.
Nobody. And then remember when Trump said about Senator McCain he doesn't help soldiers? So ready for this? Senator McCain was the one that fought and passed the bill to stop our pensions. That
Right.
soldiers no longer get pensions anymore.
Right.
Really?
Yeah, they cut the because they say we make too much money. Then Senator McCain also is passing a bill now. It gets even worse. So we get housing money
Right.
to help us live where we get.
Yeah.
Now they said by the BEH. Now they're saying that we make too much money from it, and that McCain is trying to pass the bill to take it away from us.
That's
and
crazy.
we already lost the pension.
Yeah.
Think about it. And
How are they going to entice you into the military now? What is the benefits of it? Oh, you go to work.
I think they want the good guys out. And here's the headline that
If
was
you make
today
If you make it.
in Yahoo. Here was the headline. Support of Trump in peril from military over Khan affair. So they're saying that military support for Trump now is waning. Is there any truth to that headline?
not at all.
Percentage-wise, what would you say are the military for Trump?
Well, and that's again, I love that question. So I would say it's upward than 80%, and the reason why I say that is because a lot of people that I knew who were military who voted for Obama will not vote for Hillary,
Right.
and they want to vote for Trump, even though they voted for Obama, but they will not go with Hillary. They're going to Trump. So,
Right.
and then there's a lot of people who didn't vote the first time. Because I'm a big advocate in voting. A lot of people say, well, you vote okay. And I said, no, listen,
No.
you're in the military. You're voting not only for yourself, but for the past, the future, because
And
we
it's
have to
about
show
the
a
only
voice.
thing you have in the
Exactly.
military that
That's
you
the
can
only- right,
exercise
that's the
as a
only way.
citizen.
But you know how
That
sad that is?
Yeah, I know how it
I know
is.
a guy who got
People
thrown
don't
out of the
realize if they sign
military.
up to the military, you're giving up yourself.
Yeah.
You're actually in a communist state.
You're right.
If you want a communist state, that is it. It's the military.
Yeah.
So so exercise the one thing that they do give you.
It's
vote.
crazy, though.
Pretty
But
sure
here's
that-
one more serious question I got.
Yeah.
If push comes to shove, and they order the military to take our guns, what percentage of you guys do you think the military would go along with those orders?
Probably none.
Probably none.
I can't think of anyone. Like I can't see myself.
I would say probably.
And you've been in a while. You've got.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say any of your veterans or any of your people that have been in it
A long,
enough to
the
know,
old school veterans.
Those
Yeah.
are the
'Cause it
ones
makes no
that
sense.
Wouldn't do it. But I think the younger privates, people that just got in, they might do it.
The younger kids.
This is my job, and I have to blatantly.
They did
Okay.
it here during Katrina.
Oh, really?
Oh yeah, they beta tested it here. They had the troops take our guns here. Katrina.
But
Go
is
look
that
up.
not because, and I could be wrong, after that happened, didn't they declare the area of martial law? Because if you declare the area of martial law, it's because it's out of chaos. So they have to implement those rules. I'm not sure if they did do it.
Taking arms
That
from
is,
innocent civilians when there's no other means of protection. The police were down,
Oh, everyone was out.
everything was out,
Oh yeah,
so they physically went in. I mean, you can see the video
yeah.
of them going down the street, a soldier going, I don't like to think what I might have to do. When he was asked, you think you might have to shoot one of your people?
I mean, it's bad to have federal troops here because
Yeah.
usually you never see federal troops in the state. You never
Yeah,
see
well,
them.
Most
Again.
of them, they was reserves, right?
No.
They was
You had
regular
101st
Army?
Airborne.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
I didn't know that.
but
Yeah.
then-
Yeah,
because
you
you
had
had the
101st
general.
Airborne. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then here's another one. Last year, all summer long, Operation Jade Helm. You familiar with it?
Heard of it briefly.
Yeah. Operation Jade Helm, 11 states for 3 months. It was an exercise in martial law.
Okay.
Civilian infiltration, spies.
Yeah.
The byline of this operation was mastering the human domain.
Wow.
Getting complete biorhythms on all the citizens, so if a crisis should happen, they know how I would react before it even happened.
What they're doing now is they're labeling everybody with blue dot, red dot, and pink dot. If you got a red dot, you kill on sight. You are not going to conform. You are not going to help. You are not even, you're the scum of the earth, basically, because those foreign forces that come in, you will fight. If you got a blue dot, you're, to be take into the camps and you'll be a good worker. And then if you have pink dot, you'll be a good servant. A good, they'll obey with what you say. But I'm sorry, I will have a red
It's
dot
there.
because I'm not
Those
gonna-
documents have been leaked. We have seen them on this computer right here. I've got leaked Army documents. Like you can see, it's 3 minutes of the FEMA camps that are already built.
Oh yeah.
The people that are the political prisoners that are already in them. How they are going to use the separate us from the troublemakers from the ones that Hillary Clinton herself already said that there ought to be camps for adults, and the Army came out even said the words re-education camps. So the Department of Defense came out and said
They're
that.
brainwashed.
So exercises in martial law, taking our guns here as a beta test and getting away with it.
Oh, yeah.
And see those things.
So we're coming to a head here, and that's why I like talking to guys. Because a lot of times you guys are in it, you're so compartmentalized, but you still have forgotten more than most of the civilians know. Even though you're compartmentalized, but every bit you give out, and every bit you get to know is another brick in the wall. So when they do, because we're coming to a head here, there's going to be a revolution.
Yes.
And I wouldn't be surprised to
I
see a
agree.
military coup before or around we see an election.
See, the thing is, though, the government and the military are not even united. They're not even on the same page. They don't agree.
Not anymore, I
They
wouldn't
don't.
think. Is that true? Is their statement just true?
I didn't hear. I'm sorry.
The government and the military, they're not, they're at ends, too. They don't, the military
Yes
doesn't
and no,
support
because
them.
the generals are in with the politicians, and then
That's the
it's
thing.
us
That's
who
the thing.
are speaking back.
Yeah, but it's the nuts and bolts guys like yourselves, the majors, the colonels I'm speaking to out here, the captains, the ones that actually get something done.
What they're doing now is labeling everybody with blue dot, red dot, and blue dot. You got a red dot, still on site. You are not going to conform. You are not going to help. You are not even, you're the scum of the earth, basically, because those foreign forces that come in, they're not union fighting. If you got a blue dot, you're to be taken to the camps, and you'll be a good worker. And then if you have pink dot, you'll be a good servant. A good, you'll obey. But I'm sorry, I will have a red
It's
dot
there.
because I'm not
Those
gonna-
documents have been leaked. We have seen them on this computer right here. I've got leaked Army documents. Like you can see, it's 3 minutes of the FEMA camps that are already built.
Oh yeah.
The people that are the political prisoners that are already in them. How they are going to use the separate us from the troublemakers from the ones that Hillary Clinton herself already said that there ought to be camps for adults, and the Army came out even said the words re-education camps. So the Department of Defense came out and said that.
They're brainwashed.
So exercises in martial law, taking our guns here as a beta test and getting away with it.
Oh, yeah.
And see those things.
So we're coming to a head here, and that's why I like talking to guys. Because a lot of times you guys are in it, you're so compartmentalized, but you still have forgotten more than most of the civilians know. Even though you're compartmentalized, but every bit you give out, every bit you get to know is another brick in the wall. So when they do, because we're coming to a head here, there's going to be a revolution.
Yes.
And I wouldn't be surprised to see a military coup before or around we see an election.
See, the thing is, though, the government and the military are not even united. They're not even on the same page. They don't agree.
Not anymore, I
They
wouldn't
don't.
think. Is that true? Is their statement just true?
I didn't hear. I'm sorry.
The government and the military, they're not, they're at ends, too. They don't, the military
Yes and
doesn't
no,
support
because
everything.
the generals are in with the politicians, and then
That's
it's
the thing,
it's
though.
us who
That's the thing.
are speaking back.
Yeah, but it's the nuts that are the stalwarts. That's what I know. I see it like trying to drive a lot of the old stalwarts out and replace them with the yes boys, which is again, I'm glad to see you there, mate.
I get in trouble all the time.
I would imagine.
I'm not a yes man.
Yeah, well, I would imagine. Yeah, I would imagine that's true. Look at this old salt. He's right out of Central Casting. If I was a guy,
Hey.
you know.
That's how you made your EA Sarge. We lied.
Would you say that the generals and stuff that do have in politics, would you say that they're more politicians than they are?
Oh yeah, because I don't know if you heard, like, so when the two people going for Hillary and Trump, if you notice, some of the people on the list were generals. So once you hit that level, that's what you're looking at. Yeah.
That's
What I said earlier, when you go into your law profession, what you do, there's a glass ceiling. The corrupt now have risen to the top. So once they get the white shirts get the power. I think who said it best is the guy that's head of VIPs now, McGovern, Ray McGovern. And he says, back in the day when I was, the CIA and running things, he goes, the guys that were running things now were underneath the stairwell. We gave them that office underneath. They were called the crazies. He says, now the crazies are running the show.
Yeah.
Is that how you pretty much see it?
Yeah, and it kills me. Like, for example, I'm from New York City, right?
Ah,
so
great.
in New York
Long
City,
Island.
Oh yeah, okay, yeah, there you go. I'm Rockaway Beach. So New York City kills me because it's like you can't, like, someone breaks into your house, you can't kill them. If you kill them, you're going to jail for murder. And I'm thinking to myself, wait, let me get this straight.
I'll shoot everybody.
That's my life.
Shit.
Yeah.
You know how to get there? I-10. I-10. That's all you got to do.
This guy breaks into this lady's house through her skylight, falls on a knife, and sues her
Yeah.
for the knife being there. Wins the case.
Yeah.
She'd have twisted the knife, he'd have never chewed.
There you go. I like that.
Well, that's
You need to
why
go
we're
with
living.
me.
The government, the law is, the police, they're civil servants, but really they're not.
Yeah.
They
Well,
work
no,
for the
it's
government.
tough.
They say that they work for us, and some of them do. There are some that
I get to speak to a
genuinely
lot of
care.
police.
Yeah, I think majority of police officers are good people.
Yeah.
Majority.
But
Okay,
there's those-
'cause they come
those
out of the
few-
military, right?
Well,
Yeah.
I don't know. In Pulaski, like, it is so corrupt. I think that the bigger places, you've got a lot
Smaller
of
towns can either
cops
be one
that
way or
got
the
their,
other.
heads on their shoulders.
If you're in a small place, right?
The corruption, once
It's
it
either
gets
going to
one,
be
it
one
gets
where
all
it's
of
going to
them.
be totally corrupt or a good.
Yeah.
Again, it all depends on who's at the head.
You ever seen that show American Greed?
Yes.
That makes me laugh. They did a whole hour in New Orleans. I'm like, wow, is it that bad here? I mean, I never seen they did a whole hour just on New Orleans.
I could do a whole month.
I'm like, and I moved here like 10 months ago. So,
man.
like, for me, I'm, still learning the area.
Yeah.
And here I want to give you a few get jail cards from Hillary Clinton. You know, pass
love
them out. And
Hey, thank God, that's why I have my military ID card. Like, woo.
yeah, but the shame of that is, here's the shame of that. If you ever get busted, you have to go before the court and identify yourself as Hillary Clinton to get off. Now, you have way too much honor to do that. So
I think I might better off staying
give
in
it, just
jail.
tell me you're liberal.
I don't know if you do that, it might put you away for other crimes too.
Hey, that's why being from New York, I get scared trying to get in trouble down south. I'm like, oh no.
Hey, I'm in the middle of
You're gonna hear my voice. I'm like, yeah, you're not from
I'm in
here.
the middle of the chocolate city doing this. Do you see any bullet holes in me? I'm saying, come on. The old New York attitude. Come on, bring it out. Come on.
Hey, good luck, okay? All right. Take care. Good luck. Take care, sir. It was
All
great
right,
talking
sir.
to you. God bless you.
God bless you, sir. Guys, I love doing this. Oh, God bless you. Thank you. It's a pleasure meeting you guys. This has made my whole day, this whole conversation I had right here.